Okay, starting up week 14 tonight and looking at 120 to 73 record. I believe I lost a few games last week that I didn't expect. Cowboys came back and got that win. Dak looking like an MVP caliber QB. Defense did the thing when they needed to. Seahawks actually played very well. If they play like this in other games, they would be giving the 49ers a run for their money. This game, I'm glad I didn't have to bear witness to. There were no touchdowns. Patriots defense is doing their best against the Chargers offense that I thought was going to actually do something compared to how they played the Ravens. No. 6 points? Seriously? Mm-mm-mm. Dolphins did what was expected and absolutely blew out the Commanders. Tyreek Hill got a long-ass touchdown at the start and then got another one. That Washington secondary is some trash. Texans and the Broncos. I was not expecting a game like that, but the Texans came in and did their thing. However, I am sad that Tank Dell is out for the season. That was a good combination with him and Stroud, and they're both rookies. So that's what makes it worse because like these two rookies were going off, and I mean Stroud still has some guys he can throw to, but I really wanted to see Tank Dell. Russell Wilson played. He had his interceptions, but the Broncos are they've shown that. I didn't expect them to have at least six. I didn't expect them to have 6 wins. I thought they would have at least four. So they're doing better than I thought they would. The Colts and the Titans. This game went into overtime, and I can't believe it went into overtime. But when your punter gets hurt and he's your placeholder for your kicker one for field goals, I think that should go around the entire league. Like, look, QBs, you need to learn how. You need to learn how to do a placeholder. I don't know. The Lions had this game won, but then they let the Saints come back. That's Jameis Winston right there. But they pull off the win, and they keep that not only the division lead, but they can still stick in for the first seed. The Falcons. This was another horrible game against the Jets. It was like the Jets were getting safeties and field goals, a safety and two field goals. That's not a touchdown and an extra and 2 point conversion. That's just a crazy combination of points. Falcons, man, it's sad that this may be a team that goes to the playoffs. NFC South is garbage again. For like the second year in a row, maybe third. Because speaking of which, Panthers and the Buccaneers. Who wants to win this game? I really hope the Panthers don't finish with one win in the season. But the way who knows how this goes. Flacco, it was good to see him playing again. He got another 2 touchdowns, and then he had his arm putt interception. It sucks, but the Rams beating the Browns helped the Ravens out. Pushed the Browns down in the division race. It helps the Texans out because now, hey, they're both 7-5. 49ers absolutely beat the Eagles. It started off slow with the 49ers. The Eagles had them defensively, but the Eagles couldn't capitalize on it by scoring points. They just had, 6 points before the 49ers just turned it around, and they never looked back. Debo with three touchdowns. Purdy getting carried, and they had the nerve to say he's an MVP. Please. He has Debo, CMC, Ayuk, and Kittle. With a defense that does wonders, all he has to do is get the ball to him. Come on now. Of course, this was the game I had a feeling after I put the lock in that I should have switched to. Because the Steelers are known for playing down the competition. And they played down the competition. Even with the rain delays, they played down the competition. Cardinals wanted it more. And also Pickett got hurt because he has no vision of the field. If you were to put Pickett in to Madden when they had that QB vision thing when you had to use the analog stick to make accurate passes, his field of view would be a small ass cone. Like you remember how like Manning and Brady their cones were like pretty much took up the entire field. His would be a small little cone because he had a guy open on the play. He got hurt. The Chiefs don't. This is unbelievable. I didn't think they would get beat like this. I thought it would be a close game, but the Packers came in and wanted it more. And now Jordan Love, he's looking like the quarterback I expected him to be. They had that rough start at the start of the season, but look at them now, 6-6, and the Chiefs dropped another game. The Jags. Oh, this game was, honestly speaking, before Trevor Lawrence got hurt, it was actually sad that it was so close. It was like a back-to-back affair. And then, Trevor Lawrence got hurt in the fourth quarter, and the kicker missed the field goal. Ended up going to overtime, and they couldn't move the ball down the field. Although that holding penalty was on the Calvin Ridley play that got him inside I think the 5-yard line was bullshit. Because it's like as soon as the defender went to go after the quarterback, the right tackle let go. I don't know. It was bad. So what? That was, how many games did I win? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 out of 13 games. All right, not bad, not bad at all. Week 14 tonight. We have the Patriots versus the Steelers. Oh my gosh! Like normally you would think, okay, Steelers, because the Patriots offense is garbage. They don't know what to do with quarterback with Mac Jones or Bailey Zappi. And Steelers defense will do work. On the flip side, Mitch Trubisky against that Patriots defense. Like this, they already lost to the Cardinals, so surely they won't play 2 games in a row where they play down the competition. Surely, right? So I'll pick the Steelers. Then we have a division matchup between the Buccaneers and the Falcons. Honestly speaking, I don't know how this game should go, but I got the Buccaneers. I just feel like the Buccaneers have a better shot because I don't. It could go either way, and I don't care. Then we got the Lions and the Bears. The last time these two met, the Bears gave the Lions a run for the money, but the Lions ended up with a win. With the first seed and the division lead, the Lions can't mess around, so I'll go with the Lions on this. Then we got the Colts and the Bengals. I would pick the Colts immediately, but the way the Bengals played, I don't know. And the Colts did come off an overtime win against the Titans. I think the Bengals might mess around and get this. Then we got the Jags and the Browns. Any news on Trevor Lawrence is that he's day to day. I've seen week to week, day to day. I don't think he'll be good to go for the Browns with that high ankle sprain. So I got the Browns doing something with this game. They'll get the win. Then we got the Panthers and the Saints. The Saints, they came alive against the Lions, but last time they do that, then the very next game they don't play that well. The Panthers could get the upset, but they just can't protect Bryce Young, that O-line. I could go for the upset, but I'm going to pick the Saints. The Texans should absolutely beat the Jets, no problem. Even though the Jets secondary and defense, or the defense in general, is pretty good, I just don't think that the Jets offense can keep up. It doesn't. It won't matter. Speaking of another team with a bad O-line, so the Texans should get this win and stay in the wild card race, and if they're lucky, get the division lead as well for the AFC South. Ravens are coming off a bye week against the Rams, who just came off a win against the Browns. They did a good job holding up against the Browns defense. The Rams did. Now they have to go again against the Ravens defense, and these two are one of the best defenses currently this season. With a week of rest, especially, and then you got the fact that now that the offensive coordinator for the Ravens can incorporate better plays in for their tight end Isaiah Likely now that Mark Andrews is out. Yeah, I got the Ravens, always. The Vikings and the Raiders. Raiders and the Vikings are both coming off a bye week. So now it's like, okay, what do we do? The Vikings had a bad loss last I remember. The Raiders lost as well. But Justin Jefferson should be back. So I got the Vikings. Look, Seahawks, I'm sorry. If you had beat the Cowboys, it'd been one thing, but you lost. Now you got to go up against the 49ers, who just put on a masterclass show against the Eagles. So I got the 49ers on this one. The Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills, I actually went on a ESPN site and did the whole playoff thing. And if the Bills have any shot of getting to the playoffs, they have to win every single game from here on out with other teams losing. If they lose, there's no playoffs. That's pretty much it. If the Bills lose this game, with all these other AFC teams winning, there is no shot at the playoffs for them. None. So I'm going to see the Bills pulling off an upset against Chiefs. Although they don't really have the defense to go up against them. Stupid notification. I really need to put my phone on vibrate. Even though they don't have the defense to go up against them, the offense for the Chiefs, especially in the red zone, isn't really much to speak about. Especially since, receivers are not that good at pass catching. Now, if you put the clamps on Kelsey, you got to hope for the other receivers to step up. So, yeah. I got the Bills. The Broncos and the Chargers. Man, Broncos should win this game. Keyword should. The way the Chargers have been playing for the past handful of games, it's pretty much like, what are you doing? Russell Wilson's coming in on is really rebounded from last season. Meanwhile, the Chargers are pretty much the same old, but now they're slowly getting worse. So I got the Broncos. There's blood in the water for this primetime game. Cowboys coming off a good win, coming back from behind to win against the Seahawks. And Eagles absolutely getting destroyed by the 49ers. Blood in the water. This game will determine who's the first, who's going to end up with the first seed, or very least the division for the NFC East. The Cowboys got beat. They had some. They didn't get beat. They lost in a bad fashion. They could have won, but certain plays didn't go their way. 2-point conversion that got negated because Dak just stepped out of bounds. But I got the Cowboys getting the win on this one. Then we got 2 primetime games on Monday. And look, Titans, there's no way you're going to beat the Dolphins. And the Packers and the Giants, it's actually going to be a game I probably want to watch more than the Miami-Tennessee game. So I'm going to get the Packers over the Giants, even though the Giants are coming off a bye. I think the Packers are slowly getting better. I think Christian Watson got hurt, but Jordan Love has stepped up for the past few games. So it should be a good game, this one. How many points scored in the first? 48. So those are my picks. Someone on a bye? Who's on a bye? Oh, well. Who's on a bye week? Well, in any case, I'm locked in.